I'm in the main nursery garden space at the 6-acre Edible Acres farm, the larger, more established nursery. And I'm in the midst of collecting up some plant material to be shipping Sunday and Monday of this upcoming week. At the moment, I'm reclaiming a walkway. You can see where I've disturbed the soil and dug out a bunch of triple crown thornless blackberry, mainly in the spirit of being able to get over to where my shovel is. So a few moments ago I couldn't cross this walkway because of how many there were. I've got them all dug up and trimmed back. They'll get healed into soil soon and then be ready for shipping. It's pretty wonderful that part of the harvesting of plant material for the nursery is simply, in some ways, like a careful bushwhacking to reclaim walkways. But that's a side note. Some other really fun stuff happening in here. But what I wanted to share was this concept for a particular polyculture that showed itself to me as a potential that I think I'm going to explore. And I'd love to get feedback from folks. Maybe you've tried this, or maybe you think it's a great idea or an absolutely ridiculous idea. But what I'm looking at is kind of like this insane space here. This has been a perennial propagation bed, 3 years or so of being established. I'll just call out quickly what's happening in here. On the southeastern corner is a seedling gumi. There is purple royalty, hybrid raspberry, and blackcap raspberry. Really beautiful fruiting there. The purple canes are jewel blackcap raspberry. I'm also propagating hardwood cuttings of red currant in the understory here. And the two major players that actually they've gotten big enough that they really need to leave this nursery. I've got shipmass locust, and believe it or not, 3 years ago, those were fragments of a root, 2 little fragments of a root. They're now big enough that if I don't dig them out or cut them down, they will interfere with power lines in about 2 more years. So from the size of a pinky finger to they might take out the electric grid in 5 years. So that's nuts. And so I'm planning to dig them out and transplant them. I'll have to cut them back a bit because there's really a lot of top material. But you can really see that shipmast vibe happening. For a locust, they're really running straight and true. A lot of lateral branches, but they're all very, very straight laterals. So I just need to prune that up. And I'll be able to harvest a ton of root fragments and propagate with that as well. So that's exciting. But what I just unraveled it a bit, and then I thought, let me pause and actually talk about this. You can see this vine that I cut. Now this is a vine from hardy kiwi. So I got 2 illegal, in a lot of states, illegal plants. They're not illegal in New York State, so I'm growing them. I don't think they should be illegal anywhere, but that's a whole other subject. But this hardy kiwi, this is a variety called Anna, which I've stool layered. You can see it's got a tag here from a few years ago. Talk about stool layering extensively in a few other videos. Again, incredibly promising propagation method, and when I get in this spring to dig them out, every single one of these stems is a well-rooted plant, so I'll be able to get about 15 to 20 8-foot plus tall vines out of that one plant. Now what Anna chose to do, she found her way up the string, over through the purple royalty raspberry, touched the Hungarian shipmast locust, and rode it right up into the canopy. You can see the vine. So these are 2 absolute beast powerhouse plants. And my thought is, since the pattern was shown to me, I'm going to actually run with it. Let me look at it from another angle in case the sun is, or the sky is making it harder to see. Here I am from the south looking north at the 2 shipmast locust and that Anna running up and into it. What I'm going to plan to do is plant these out in my orchard area, my new orchard area, where it's cleared, where I don't have any woodland really close by, or at least within, 50 feet, 100 feet now in this new cleared area, and plant the shipmast locust in a central position and co-plant that Anna hardy kiwi to be able to use the shipmast as its trellis. And my thought is that if I cut back the shipmast periodically or pollard them and keep them into a dense bush, it should be a way to manage that vine and just kind of have it be a tangled mess of nitrogen fixation, edible flowers from the locust, potential firewood, pollen and nectar for bees, and then incredibly vitamin C rich fruit from the kiwis in the fall. So that's my idea. I'd love to hear what people say. I'm sure some of you will say that I'm horrible for being willing to grow these invasive plants. I'm interested to hear your comments too. I have my own very strong opinions about what invasive or legal actually means, and I would like to think plants, like people, should not be considered illegal or invasive. Let me hear your comments on that. I have a feeling I'll get some downvotes. But anyway, shipmast locust as a living nitrogen-fixing trellis for the super hardy kiwi of Anna. I'm going to see how that works this spring. We'll do updates as we go. Thanks for watching. Little bonus footage here. I'm just getting in underneath the Hungarian shipmast to lift the other vegetative elements in here. I want to get the gummies out. I want to get the autumn Britain and the purple royalty and the jewel blackcap and all these different varieties out so that I can properly excavate these. And I'm aware that I'm going to probably see a tremendous number of sprouts in the spring from these locusts, which I'll manage. But I have never seen, this is stunning to me, I've never seen so much root nodulation. Let's see if I can get that to focus. This is just one little section, one little like side patch of feeder roots, and they almost are like sweet pea sized nuggets of pure nitrogen storing. And I didn't inoculate the soil. The locust figured it out on its own, made the relationship. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Nope. No. Anyway, all that fertility being stored in the soil by a plant that's considered noxious, illegal, invasive. All these places. Well, to me it's pretty rad, and there's a plant that's taking atmospheric nitrogen and pumping it into the soil for the benefit of other plants, so pretty sweet ally in my mind.